Ye not crazy.
What you really want to ask me though?
That for real.
Oh, like what you really want to ask?
That's my first question. Like really, it's my first question.
You ain't never heard nobody say, what you really want to ask me?
Yeah,
Why would they say that?
because it's something else to ask.
There's a lot of other shit to ask. What was you saying? Okay, what's your question?
Why you say Ye not crazy?
I say, yeah, not crazy.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the people who will be masters. Hold on, let's switch. I want to get the other side. I'm talking to the people who will be masters. Like, if I say, yay, not crazy, what I'm saying? I'm saying, you not crazy.
You not crazy. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I think I would call you.
And also, yay represents so many people. You know, they put you in this category like you done lost your mind when you know what's going on.
Right.
I'm one of them people. Or they call you an agent, say that you under MK Ultra, whatever they need to say to help them feel better about being inadequate. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. They're not crazy. You not crazy. If you picking up on the signs of the time, you ain't crazy.
Right.
If you really a master in this day and time, you ain't crazy. You insane, meaning you inside of your sanity. Well, a lot of people not operating in that degree. They leaning towards whatever the group think is at the time, that's what they gonna do. Whatever people telling them to do at the time, people telling them to think, that's what they gonna do. And that's how you know it's over for them.
For the people that are like in the masses, basically.
Yeah.
Right, because many are called on a few, but the masses that just wasn't either called at all or just.
Everybody was called. That's what we mean. That's what we
Oh.
mean by many. Everybody got a call in different ways.
Oh, I see that.
Some people got a call by the biblical scriptures. Some people got a call from the Quran. Some people got a call from an elder sitting in their neighborhood.
Right.
Some people got a call from somebody going viral saying free Malachi York.
Right.
Somebody got a call from, they saw somebody teaching that went viral when he was 16. Some people got a call in different ways. Maybe a comedian, maybe a magician. But everybody done had the opportunity to get called by now.
Is there such thing as like how many calls a person get? Like,
You get one call.
Okay.
You get one call.
Everybody get one call.
Yeah. You get one call. What you might think be more calls in your life if you be responding to the first
Right.
call.
Yeah. Okay.
But you get one call.
So is that like how people get, like, no disrespect to the sister, but you know the sister that was in the interview speaking about how she was on land and her father and stuff like that?
Who?
The girl with the red hair.
The Rihanna vampire girl?
Yeah.
What about her?
Is that like how people get like that? Like they get one call and then they just like, nah, I'm not gonna pick it up. They go and just.
Yeah, but well, her situation is different because she was saying things was happening to her that turned her away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody's situation is a little different, but ultimately, yeah, some people go through more trauma, so it's harder
Yeah.
to make the decision. Some people got it easier, and so it's easier for them to make the decision. But then some people have it too easy, so it's harder for them to make the decision because they got spoiled with life. You see what I'm saying? And don't think they have to do the work to get there.
Right.
The mountain climb. When I say we going up the mountain, I don't know why you ever walked up Stone Mountain.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think this is an easy thing.
Right.
Or why they want it to be. But I chose this at 5. You tell me how easy it's supposed to be to hold on to the rope for 22 years. And still ain't let it go. But people want it easy. They want it to work out for them now.
Right.
They want to see the answer now. They want it all explained to them now. You're not going to make it. We know who ain't going to make it. And I wasn't always a master in this plane. It took me some time to understand about it, even though I came here as a master. That's going to confuse some people. But I wasn't always a master in this plane. I had to learn human beings. You see what I'm saying?
Too.
And they don't make sense. Right? And they think they do, but they don't. And then the humans have the audacity to say they want to be gods. But they move along, whatever is blowing in the wind, they move along with that. The current events tell gods what to do. You're not gods. You see what's happening when we got 1440 Talk goes viral. Free Dr. York, correct?
True.
Free Malachi York, Malachi Anderson. We got the brother Kavi, who's a magician, going viral, signaling and signing about Malachi York. The name they were trying to ignore. What do? We conquered the algorithm from different, and we getting them pinned. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can't undo that. Once we put stuff like that in the algorithm, it picks up, especially the subliminal thing. That's a whole nother thing. Subliminal messages go further than a lot of times the conscious messages that people get.
Right.
The video got over 14 million views already. Of one of ours sitting right there in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And when you went viral, what they thought? They thought I didn't know you. Some people call themselves exposing me. Said, oh, FaZe, he knew who 1440 Talk was before he went viral. Nobody even saw their video. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't even time for people to know that.
Yeah.
But let people that's out there, when we say Allah leads astray who he wills, let people that's out there who want to be causing harm or to hinder, let them be confused when they jump up and don't know what they're talking about. Let them attack phase one. Say phase one is trying to leech off of and pull from the shine of 1440 Talk. Let them not know that I'm the one who put 1440 Talk to the task. Let them not know that, because why the fuck should they know that?
Right.
That's why I said based off their responses, if you remember, I said, oh, because they responded like this, I ain't telling them nothing. Remember them days?
True.
I said, I ain't telling them nothing. And I let them think I didn't know who you were and that I just found out about you from the algorithm. But they so stupid, they would have saw that Can't Stay Here music video. They would have saw you was in the music video.
Right.
They would have looked, they would have saw it, but it's people that, like, you're dealing with mastery. You know what I'm saying? My song Prayer, go listen to it. I said, keep your door locked. You fucking with a master. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing we can't touch. There's nobody we can't touch. You can't just move your address. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you are a problem at any given time, we can handle it however we need to handle it. That's what masters do. In any way. I'm not talking about just no violence or nothing like that. I'm talking about in any way. People are playing into our hand. You see? Was Jesus not going around saying, they're going to come for me one day?
Yeah.
This is going to happen. When are you going to betray me? Da-da-da-da. And people were around confused, say, if you know this is happening, if you know this is going to come, why are you participating? Why are you letting it happen this way? Why are you going to sit around it? And Jesus had to give him that same smirk every time. You know not what you speak of.
Yeah.
Because if we don't have it appear as though Jesus was crucified and then resurrected, then the story, the prophecy, tabiblia, the books, the scriptures won't be fulfilled.
Right.
You see? So if I started writing my story at age 5, and that's the real age. I started writing my story at age 5. I wrote myself in on the pyramid. I wrote myself in. There is no thing or nobody that can determine what happens. If you listen to what I say I'm not letting these people have anything to do with my fate or control or say over my destiny. You don't have anything to do with that. The masters pick up the pen and we write our story. You listen to my music, I say, they're going to come for me one day. You listen to my music, I say, they're going to slander me and say this about me one day. Right. Everything that we write, it has to come to pass. But you start realizing that the statues from Tamarea popping up around this time. You see what we standing here right here in front of a pyramid that we built. We just did the ceremony, my garage, that ain't been done in however long, 20 years, 22 years. You see? Mm-hmm. And people are waking up to it and seeing what's going on. People came from all over to experience that, the brothers included. Right? You see what's happening with SB hours and stuff? Do you really think that at this late in the game, all of the work we're doing, you think that if something were to appear to happen to phase one, that it'll be over?
No.
No. The masters write that to let people think that.
Right.
While they thinking that, we conquering corners.
Right.
You see, that's what master teacher Malachi York was speaking about. I just heard this from one of the elders recently. He said, yeah, I'm the big head, but I want y'all out here to be the little big heads too. Right. So if something happened to me, it shouldn't stop. That's what he was teaching according to one of the elders. Okay, we look out here in the world. They were letting it stop. And then they have a problem with the one who was 3 years old when he was arrested coming out and saying it's not over. They got a problem with me because I'm not bowing down to these little people with the namus or the hat on their head, you know what I'm saying, with the crescent thing. I don't care who you think you are. You see, I'm looking for the masters who gonna be able to pick this brick up right here, pick this brick up right there, and put it in a pyramid. Let's get it done.
Right.
Then we come together to build this pyramid. I didn't build it by myself. I don't need nobody to say I built the pyramid. Same thing I write about in my books. It says the magnum opus. Each and every person has a brick, or 2, or 3. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look at you and say you got 3 bricks, this person got 1 brick, and both of you are important or vital. You see what I'm saying? The vitality in that regard is if we missing these 3 bricks or we missing that 1 brick, the pyramid won't get complete. Isn't that correct?
Right.
Okay, so, all right, if I write the story out, which I literally did, I'll tell people what they do before they do it. I'll say, come on here and read this.
Mm-hmm.
Read this part about this, this, and the third. And they'll be reading it, but they're not even paying attention to the degree. You see what I'm saying? And the degree that I'm on, many don't meet. The degree that I'm on, you have to be a willing sacrifice to yourself and to all others in all the illusion. That's when you go through it. That's why I told everybody, especially in Pharaoh clan, I said, pick up your cross and get ready to walk. Because they're going to pluck your beard. They're going to do this, that, and the third. And they're going to say all these other things. And what they're looking forward to is the biggest thing in their reality. That's how the Nakash beings work. The biggest thing in their reality is to think to themselves that they stopped something. But you'll be asking, what would have been the reason or the purpose? Why did Habiba do what she did? Why did Jacob York do what he did? You see what I'm saying? Why did any of these people, Najala, Kathy, where they at now? Where all the rest of these people, Rochelle, whoever these people were who were coming through and taking money and dipping out and leaving? Where all these people at now? Rick, all them? Where all these people at now? You see? And you say, what were they doing? And if you know the sciences, Pop said they doing their job.
Right.
You gotta have the Judas in the story or there's no story. You see what I'm saying? How am I going to be one of the masters without having to endure what the masters go through?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's written. So you have to ask me, well, if, let's say they have your location, you with me? And you're Jesus. I'm not saying you're Jesus. I'm saying let's look at the story. And you picked up your cross and you took the walk and now you're one of the Yeshuas. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, they got your location. Why would you sit there? Why wouldn't you just disappear and not be accessible? Well, let me tell you why. Because the job ain't finished.
Right.
You still got things that you must do.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to communicate with people around you. Say, watch the clock. Because while they're doing what they're doing, you're the only master that's around. They have the decision to become a master, but you're the only master. You'll notice that in one of the stories, Jesus is being accused of something. And they say, what do you have to say for yourself with all this stuff that people have said about you? And he didn't say anything, according to the story, correct? And then you partner that story, the biblical scripture, with the Quran, and you'll realize that it was made to appear as though Jesus was crucified and resurrected, right, and all this other stuff, even though he evaded the destruction altogether. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm explaining to you?
Yeah.
I became a Mason at age 16. You don't think I know what this walk is about? The walk of a Mason, the moment you come in, you get humiliated. Yeah. All that humiliation ritual stuff, they get in front of Masons. Right? The moment you come in, you're stripped. You go back to where you know what I'm saying? You're divested. You're blind. You're walking around on top of feces and pines and, you know what I'm saying, and prickly little things and all kind of shit. Your feet are bleeding. All this stuff you go through, you get the shock of entrance. I mean, you getting whiplash and you carrying a cross and you got brothers what you're doing and you start realizing there's no one Jesus. Mm-hmm. There's no one Messiah. That's what he's saying in the book. In the book of Matthew, he's explaining, yo, take up your cross. Y'all got to take this walk. This is what's going to happen to you. He's demonstrating that in the book. You see what I'm saying? You read the book of Matthew, you read the book of Mark, you read the book of Luke, read the book of John. These are 4 gospels or canonical gospels explaining about what a master will go through. You see? Even down to the story of Lazarus, the ability that you'll have. And when he was about to leave, he breathed on the disciples and said, now you're going to be able to do the same thing. Right. How many people you think going to want to do that same thing? You got to, look, don't be clueless, okay? You have people out there in the world, right? Getting along, but to get along. They can do anything that these people out here can do. Their story doesn't end with someone coming out to accuse them of anything. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's just, they can do whatever they do, and they do it. As a matter of fact, some of these people will be the same ones who come out of slander. Right. If you look at their sexual history and the things that they've done in their life and the things that they've participated in and what they have okayed and not okayed and things like that all throughout their life, it has nothing to do with righteousness. It has everything to do with sexuality. It has everything to do with what they wanted, the cravings that they had, and when they don't have it, and they feel that they're being slighted, and then it becomes, okay, I can attack back this way. So let me weaponize the justice system. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I watched this happen to the master. And these people who were accusing him of X, Y, and Z, you look at their history, look at what they were doing, look at how they dressed. They were strippers in the clubs, pole dancers. You understand what I'm explaining to you? They were out doing the ways of the harlot before he grabbed them and said, yo, this is how you can clean it up. But you grab somebody coming from that world and they're going to act like they want to clean themselves up, they haven't left that part of that world behind. The moment they don't get their way, they're going right back into that world. And they'll take some with them. That's what they got to do. That's part of the thing. They'll take some back into the world. Now, those people out there lost. And then their thing is they talking amongst the council of Jinn saying, we're going to try to take this one down. That's how Jacob York was able to get all them sisters, go down there, Miami, South Beach. They rented that van, and they came together, according to Habiba Washington, and they plotted against Isa. You see?
Mm-hmm.
But what's the purpose of all of this? You have to be able to see for yourself, if you're one of us, what human beings are and why they must be destroyed. Because if not, you'll be looking at all of the decisions throughout the cycles as something being off balance. Say, why?
Right.
Why do they have to be destroyed during the flood? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Why do they have to be destroyed during the flood? That was messed up. Why would God do that? Okay, how about this? Since you think you understand what Allah knows or God knows or Eli knows, how about you take on the flesh of a human being? For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, genus, his own gene-birth son, right? Meaning, one way you could look at it as another degree, he made way for that being to come through, right? Also, you can look at it as artificial insemination, what they call immaculate conception, where he was able to put his seed into woman and then download, as Ilamuta Jesada, the actual consciousness of Sananda, or Sandalfun, okay, who becomes Jesus, or Yeshua, as you call it, right? It depends on the story, by the way. What did it screen mess up? Okay, my just glitch.
We good.
It depends on the story, by the way, because some people might not say that Jesus is Yeshua. And according to the doctrine, there is a separation. But we still overlap to show people how the story aligns. You see what I'm saying? So one may be referring to the 23rd elder, Sananda, and the other one will be referring to who they call in Jesus by name. But if you know the story, you still get the principle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a black Mason, there's a white Mason. They still go through the journey. You hear what I'm explaining to you? Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, doesn't matter. You're still going through the journey. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And so when people step forth and they're trying to claim the character of a Jesus or claim the character of a Yeshua, claim all of this, we ask them, are you ready to embark upon the journey and endure what comes with that? So we ask that about the mortals who want to be Jesus, and for the ones who thought they were gods, who claimed that they were in the seat of God to overstand it, we say, okay, how about you be Jesus? Did I lose you?
A little bit.
Okay, it means I send my son down to take on the body, and he has to see. He has to be my eyes and my ears. He has to see what man will do.
Right.
He has to see what they will do. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Once you see what they would do, there's no excuse.
Right.
When people are put in position to make a decision of whether or not they're going to do the right thing or the wrong thing, what will they do? And how far will people go to sacrifice other people, all in the name of Ma'at? They say that they're doing it for the truth. These people still believe in this stuff like karma and the rest of that, right? And they'll convince themselves that this is what they're doing it about. But in all actuality, it was about you didn't like what was said or what was done, or you got put off the land, or you got removed from a group, or whatever it is. You don't watch people slander in different ways. Not just myself. I'm talking about the master, however it went. You know, see people slander or go out and hate speech and all this other stuff, but you take it back to what was the original reason. And we have people on recording saying things like, you called me a liar.
Right.
So they don't even know how stupid it sounds. You're saying that the reason why you would want to weaponize the judicial system is because you were called a liar. That's called motive.
Right.
And then they'll do so. I said, I'll take accountability. I could have did this. I could have said this. Not in the state that you're saying you were in. Because if you were really in that type of state and you couldn't understand what was going on, then you wouldn't have been able to make the decision anyway. Yeah. Or you would have had lack of judgment. But it don't matter. When people are in that fit of rage, especially dealing with certain types of beings, can last their whole life. You talk to some of the people who lied in the beginning, they'll still lie now.
Right.
20 years later. You talk to some of them, if they still here, they'll say, I messed up. Some people passed away. They didn't outlast the master. It was a silly thought to think that they could. You tell me how a man who was older than everybody, when he went in, done outlasted all of the people damn near who went out against him. And so many people are just holding on for dear life. And he's well and on his way back. It's not over. It doesn't end. You see, until it's over. Again, it's because if you say you want to be a master, these are the types of things you're going to endure.
Right.
You see, and you write it all out. So now you can see. Because you have to say, well, wait a minute. If we were doing this, and let's say some people were doing something in good fun, right? And someone uses what was done in good fun to try to hang you, you didn't do anything wrong. You just did what you would have done as a God being immortal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus drunk wine. Okay? The purpose of drinking wasn't to get drunk from where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't drink to get drunk. Still to this day, if I had a drink, it's not to get drunk. Okay? But they still drunk. Or they would drink wine. Or Jesus would go out and speak and eat and be amongst his people. They had their parties, their gatherings, whatever it is. And Issa would be there. Dr. York would be in the club. You see what I'm saying? Not of the club. He will be in the club. You were supposed to be in the world, not of it. You see? So they'll take a situation and say, this is what they do. No, this is what that situation was. He was in the club. He doesn't club. You see what I'm saying? He had a drink with you. He swam with you. That don't mean he can't walk on the water. And so they take that and they think that they're taking it to disarm the God in you. All they're doing is fulfilling your prophecy. You see, when you saw the master go through what the master went through, and now you are in a seat to be able to see, this is what these human beings do. It's just what they do. But you really can't blame them, because the truth is, most of it is primitive. Self-preservation. You see?
Yeah.
Let me attack in any way I can. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, is that a jihad
What?
that they go through?
Who?
Within themselves, like the people that let's say want to
Uh-huh.
hang Jesus
Uh-huh.
and crucify Jesus, is that a jihad that they go through?
I wouldn't say that. I would say everybody goes through jihad. Everybody goes through the wars amongst themselves. Where you got chemical messengers, or dark messengers,
So is it
chemical
something they
responses.
couldn't fight if they tried to?
They wouldn't know to fight it. Because once
So
you step,
it's not clicking, because I don't get the part of
you're not supposed to.
exactly.
That's
right.
my point.
Okay.
It's a nature thing.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to get it. How many beings in the biblical scripture thought they were doing something good by doing something bad?
Right.
Judas thought he was doing the work of God because they were claiming that Jesus was a blasphemer and that he must be hung. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look at all the people going out here claiming that Malachi needed to be out of the way. And then you look at what happened for these past 2 decades. Do we have land? No. Were they really thinking about the children? Were they thinking about themselves? If they were thinking about the children, then why are all my brothers and sisters out here strung out? A lot of my brothers and sisters out here is addicts. A lot of my brothers and sisters have lost themselves or committed suicide, or they're dressing up like vampires in Goth Rihanna. If it was really about the children and your fit of rage or your fits of rage, then why didn't y'all look out for the children after Malachi was taken off the scene, apparently? Because it had nothing to do with the children, is my point.
Right.
Had nothing to do with protecting nobody. Had nothing to do with he did anything wrong. Had everything to do with each individual having their own disgruntled experiences, and they didn't feel they could do anything to them. So what do? They went to the soldiers. Or they went to the cops, is what they'll say now in these days. I'll just go to the cops and build a case. You see what I'm saying? They went to the soldier. They went to the government. But who's the government? The God of this world is Shaitan. They went back to who they worked for anyway. They couldn't. It's their job. It's what you don't understand. You won't overstand it.
I can
Listen
see,
to
I can see
listen
what
to
you're saying.
You won't overstand it.
Right.
You see? Until it's your turn. If you're a master. Right? The master overstands it. And then you're at a crossroad to decide how you're going to go about it. And then you race time. Race, not waste. You race time. You have to understand that there was nothing else they could do. They have to do their job. You listen to Malachi speak, he said, now I see that the forces of nature, the Neteru, the overseers, ancestors, whatever you want to call them, they set this whole thing up. That's what he said. Right? Okay, you start dealing with the forces of nature, them like original masters. They choose you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, even if you try to run from it, this is why the masters know better. Because you be fighting the forces of nature. The master, Jesus, Asa, went and prayed and said, let this cup pass me by. What? Only if it's in your will. Right? You look at will as the word W-H-E-E-L also as something that's turning. You see? Like the forces are like the wind. When you see them 3 flags standing as the representation or a symbol of Panataru. Okay? The overseers or the forces of nature. Like this tetrahedron we standing in front of. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got them 3 circles or spirals and the energy that spirals around it. Why? Because when the flag waves, it's like saying that there's a force moving unseen, like the wind. You don't see the wind, you see the effects of the wind.
Right.
You see what I'm saying to you? So let it be in your will. If it's already spiraling or turning that way, let this cup pass me by.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? What I've been given to drink. You see?
Right.
But that's because you get to a certain point where you don't want to endure. That's mastery, though. You know what I'm saying? You ever say somebody work out till failure?
Yeah.
It's that failure point where you feel it. It's good to work out, but then you be feeling it. That's where most people stop. You see? Even if they feel it a little bit, they'll run. They'll flee.
Yeah.
And they don't want to endure. You see?
Yeah.
Even still, there is a crossroad point where you can keep playing a certain game or you play another game. You have to read both stories to know it. In the Quran, I think it's Surah 4, 157, chapter 4, verse 157 to be exact. They were speaking about how there was someone put in the place of Asa, Jesus, to look like him.
Yeah.
Just talking to the elders yesterday, they were saying when they saw Malachi on the news with the orange jumpsuit on with the handcuff, they said, it's not him. That's what the elders said. I'm not saying it. I'm saying they said that.
Understood.
She said to her husband, that's not him. She said her husband said, I know. But can you really wrap your mind around that? Could you wrap your mind around the fact that all of this was designed? Could you really see that this is what we do? We play.
I could possibly see it.
Okay, well then what's immortal? What can they really do? I know each and every name that's in hell. Whether they're around me, not around me. I have the actual library of what you call hell, purgatory. So some of these people who have done X, Y, and Z and think they did a thing unto us, they don't know. All they did was deny themselves the opportunity to withdraw their name from purgatory. And they're going to have to go through it anyway. And some people stuck in and say purgatory. What I say purgatory what? You break it down as 2 words.
Purge.
Purge and what?
Tour.
Which is a what?
A lane.
A lane or a route. Go look it up. Right? So a lot of people's purge route is a loop, and they're stuck.
Right.
But how they don't even know to care about. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? You look at these people now, go watch. And I tell people to look at this stuff. Look at the Hulu documentary you're supposed to do. Watch that Unseen documentary where they were talking about the master. Yeah, watch it so you can see how stupid people are. But you look at the Hulu documentary that Habiba Washington did, look at her eyes. Like a soulless being.
Yeah.
So what happened to you? You see? And then you say they made a decision a long time ago, made a pact, is what he was explaining about black devils. They have a pact. They don't even see it, and they're going to attempt to justify themselves all the way through. They have a pact to go against nature.
Okay, I see.
You see?
Tour.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boom.
It's about
So
to get real interesting.
as you were talking,
Yep.
2 words popped in my head, and
Yep.
then you ended up saying both of them.
Yep. What is it?
Nature and soul.
Okay.
I was looking at Last Shadow, the etymology of animism.
Yep.
And the etymology is, in Latin, the word anima, it means soul.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so going against nature would be, as they would say, selling your soul.
Would it be selling your soul?
Or yeah,
To who? Or to what? It'll be losing your soul.
losing, right?
Yeah.
Same thing though, right?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
That when you're losing your soul, there's no buyer.
right. Yeah.
Selling the soul is more like the Hollywood devil at the crossroad
Right.
thing. Losing your soul is there's a certain genetic blueprint that each and everybody has that says you can become a greater or perfected in your genes, like the book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 7, 8, and 9 was explaining about why they selected Noah, because he was perfect in his genes. You can become better in your genes, or you can become worse in your genes.
Right.
And you're losing whatever that soul purpose would have been, which would have been for you to get better. You're losing that when you go against nature.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like if I drink alcohol every day, I'm going against nature. I'm poisoning my being. And that's happening on a genetic level. This is what people need to understand. The spiritual warfare is happening in the food products and all of that. On a genetic level, when you're eating certain things and when you're drinking certain things, it's changing you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is something that's rudimentary if you want to excel. It's an elementary science that you need to know that when things are going in, it's changing your being. And watch this, not just what you consume when you're eating it. When you're hearing me right now, something's happening in your being. Something's changing when you're listening to me. That if you weren't standing here in the sun listening to me, then you would be going through a different genetic shift or genetic change. Okay, so let's say right now, I'm out here saying, man, fuck these bitches, man. We finna go get some motherfucking hoes, da-da-da-da. I'm cursing your genes.
Right.
Not just because of the words, but because of the intention behind it. And when you receive it and you start thinking differently, the genes and what they produce, the proteins, all of that affects your motion, literally, how you move. You know what I'm saying? You ever see somebody say, hey, watch how you moving out here?
Right.
That's real motion. Movement, how we say it with the lingo, is based on your genes. A lot of people can't break away from their old cycles because they haven't broken generational curses. Well, somebody then gave your great-great-grandmama an intention or a blueprint or a curse, and she took it in as her own. You see what I'm saying? And then that affects the children that come after. Same way with when they have certain things, they say, everybody's going to die. It's 2020.
Yeah.
Be careful. Watch for this, watch for that. And everybody's in a state of stress. And inflammation in the bodies of the beings increasing. Guess what? That affected a whole generation of people. They're not talking about it. Or they're not talking about it publicly. The babies that were born around 2020, 2021, 2022, more so toward 2020 and 2021, those babies were built in with programs of anxiety.
Right.
Why? Because when you're having an epigenetic effect of all of that stress, it affects and passes on information of an effect of, okay, I need to fight whatever this is. You see what I'm saying? So you have an overactive sympathetic nervous system before your sympathetic nervous system is even able to develop. And you don't have whatever the genes would be to be able to activate whatever the parasympathetic nervous system levels would need to be for you to be able to rest as opposed to stress. This is reality. Go look it up. And so a lot of children were birthed with the program of I am in fight or flight.
Yeah.
You see what I'm explaining to you? So even though what they call the virus wasn't something that was affecting a lot of communities how they were saying it, what the paranoia was, which I called in one of my books, media-induced paranoia, that was changing people's genes, bro. And to this day, not just the babies, the adults out here have not recovered from that, and they're moving around on autopilot because of it, lining up with it, whatever the systems are. So epigenetics is something you need to study. Somebody talking to you is changing your genes. That's why I tell people, watch who y'all listening to. It ain't about whether I want clout over Rashad Jamal or 19 Keto, all these other people that's out here in the melanin dominant community trying to look like masters. It's not about that. It's about because of how long from my conception moment up to my birth and throughout my childhood, adolescence, up to now, how long I've been in tune with real master.
Right.
You see, my mannerism is like him. The way I can speak and teach is like him. But that's only if it's in your genes. You have to understand that. Some people out here trying to do that and they look corny.
Right.
It don't even fit them. You see what I'm saying? And you could tell when they faking it. It's like, yo, that's not even really you.
Right.
It don't bleed the same, don't breathe the same, and then they just get regurgitated stuff, and it's not. You're not able to explain to the deeper levels. We got to get to the deeper levels because that's where the genes are. So when I'm talking to you, I'm watching you, I'm observing your movements. I know how and why I need to speak to you a certain way for you to get it. Not that I can make your decisions for you, I can't.
Right.
But I can speak to you particularly a certain way, and then I have the science of generality to be able to speak to the masses, which is why we reach them.
Right.
All right, what's your question?
it was about when you were speaking about the soul and you know how people could lose their soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that more so obeying APEP? Like the beings that intentionally deplete their genes or intentionally try to destroy others, are they obeying APEP or under the law of APEP or those type of things? You know what I'm saying?
I think I understand what you're saying, so that's an interesting question. What I can say is, it's not that APEP is giving orders,
Right.
or Apophis is giving orders. The story of Apophis or APEP is the night and day of reality, literally.
Right.
And we only have that based off of where we are. If you walk in the light of the sun, always, there is no APEP. If you were able to match your speed up with the apparent rotation of the planet Earth in alignment with the sun,
Yeah, we know that.
you would see no darkness. You would be walking right with the sun the whole time. That's why Malachi walk in the light of the sun, as if all can see you at all times.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you don't have no shadow you're worrying about. You more shadow you got to worry about. APEP is present. You see what I'm saying? Why I tell people, when you become a master, you can't have no shame. You got to put that crown on.
Right.
The decisions you make, you got to be all right with it. You see what I'm saying to you? Because there's nobody else to blame when you're in the seat. So APEP only comes with observation. You see? When you're walking with that sun, there's another degree I'm giving you. You don't got to worry about that.
Right.
But for those who have to fight in the relative point where the rest of the people are, and when you're taking on that work to wake up people or raise the living dead, yeah, you're going to encounter APEP. And some people don't have it in their genes active, and they didn't make the decision to make those genes active to war with APEP, and so they're aligned with them, not taking orders. They fall into the night. But Lilith, which is why you see a lot of times, especially when you get the melanin dominant groups of men coming, you look at who the woman is who tried to take down the whoever the melanin dominant man was. You see she's a light-skinned woman.
Yeah.
You notice that? With whoever it was, Nature Boy, whoever. When they say the name of the person who had the issue with the melanin dominant man, she's a light-skinned woman. That's genetic warfare within itself, because the lighter you are, what's more present? That melanin recessive gene. This is something Dr. Malachi was explaining about. Doesn't mean it is always that, because sometimes you'll have a darker skinned woman that may have an issue. But a lot of the times, most of the time, you have a light skinned woman, but she doesn't know that the lighter her skin is, the more indebted she is to a side that is fearful in nature.
Right.
The melanin recessive ones. How do you know the melanin recessive ones were more fearful? Because look at how they had to go around and kill everybody, because they thought that one day those people would in turn do the same to them. They had the falsified superiority complex. It wasn't real, and it wasn't scientifically supported or proven that melanin dominant people were less human beings. It doesn't even make sense. You see, when you say melanin recessive, something's receding in the gene. But those people in these stories had to go around these worlds conquering people, and they went in and they raped and they mixed. You see? So those same hateful genes is in a lot of us.
Right.
And then you get people mixed in, and you see it more apparent. It could have skipped over a few generations, but when it gets to you and the lighter you are, you may have a harder time. That's why he was saying, especially for those who are biracial, it's a harder time for them to even adjust to how society moves. Because you don't know whether or not you belong with the Caucasoids or with the melanin dominant people who, even though people try to say there's integration optimally, it's not real. The truth is there's always going to be some type of segregation taking place, and some type of grouping and characterization taking place,
Right.
and categorization taking place, where they say, yo, I'm going to put you over here because you're like this. I'm going to put you over here because you look like this. You see?
Is it because it's on the spectrum?
Which spectrum?
A natural one. Like, you know, how people, like,
It could be like that. Let me ask you a question in the best way I can.
Right.
I hear you. I'm jumping ahead.
yeah,
It could be like that because when you're surrounded by people who are like you, sometimes people feel less threatened. A lot of times.
Yeah.
You feel less threatened than when they see something coming in as unique. And then they feel like they need to attack it. Remember we was in school and you were in class and a new student come in? Some people get to roasting on them, some people want to know, but it depends on who you are.
right,
So the spectrum could still apply, but it also depends on who you are. Remember, willpower affects whatever the genetic activations will be. What you're exposed to affects. If I walk up and I give you a book called the lessons or the Quran or the holy tablets or the hereafter doctrine, or I give you a scroll, you have to open it and read it. But when you open it and read it, something may happen. And you may be surrounded by people who don't even read. But now because you're reading, you're thinking to yourself, I may not need to be around these people because now I have my eyes open to certain things that these people are doing. And I don't want to do this anymore because I would like to see what's on the other side of this perfection scale.
Yeah.
You see what I'm explaining to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the point is, when people are under the influence of the night, and I brought up the light skin not to target just light skinned women, because it could be anybody. Don't get it confused. It doesn't always happen on a phenotypical degree or level. Sometimes the devil is just in you and your genes and it ain't even showing up. It could be somebody darker than us.
Right.
Okay? It's just a lot of times is that coming from them hateful generations prior to this one, where the Caucasoids were going around raping and pillaging and murdering and all that, that's still in the genes. You see what I'm explaining to you? But for the people who align with Apep, they're who we call Lilith. They belong to the night. Go look up the name. It means those who belong under the nighttime or under the moon. Those decrepit beings who haven't ascended into the sun. Oh, they're only there to destroy. That's it. But it's their job. It's like the cycles. You know what I'm saying? And when you're placed where you're placed, that sun is right there doing its job right now. It's the natural order of things. And then when the moon comes out, it's going to have its job. The natural order of things. Anything moves to a degree that the natural order was not in alignment with, it could cause an effect in the whole solar system, galaxy, universe. You understand what I'm explaining to you?
Sure.
Meaning if man does something with one of their weapons and destroys the moon, we're going to have problems here. Not just because of the debris. We're talking about the actual tidal waves and how they move. All that's going to shift.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And the lighting that people are used to, that's going to change their whole being when the night falls and there's no moon. You see what I'm explaining to you? And it could throw the whole orbit off of the planet Earth around the sun because of how things have been set in place. You get what I'm explaining to you? So to answer your question the simplest way I can, it's not that they're following orders or obeying Apep. They're aligning with the night or the darkness or the shadow. We call them shadow people in the doctrine. He's a shadow person. You see?
Yeah.
And what's the shadow person's worst fear?
The light.
The true light.
True light. That leads me to another question.
Yep.
What is the, not really that. I was going to say what's the false light. But these different lights, right? How you got fire, and you have the sun, which is not fire.
Yep.
And you have electricity, which is not fire, but it let off light. And you can have like chemicals come together and make things glow.
Yep.
Those type of things. Okay, like with those being different lights, how do? Cause what I'm leaning to is like saying something about with it being like a smokeless fire and all those type of things like that. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't like electricity be like a smokeless fire or those type of things?
Yep.
And how will one be able to differentiate between what is the true light and the false light with all the different lights?
Okay, so you're asking a scientific question.
Right.
You have things called biophotons. It's different lights.
Mm-hmm.
You have bioluminescent, iridescent, fluorescent, all the different types of lights. It's a scientific observation, light.
Yeah.
Not light alone, but it's a scientific observation when you realizing that something is taking place on a chemical level, like you were saying, or a reactionary level, or if there are charged particles present that are letting off what appears to be a glow, where there's, they call it a divine emission. They look at light or nur and they say this is divine. Notice they describe the angels and they say they had a glorious glow and it was radiant and bright. And a lot of times they speak about technology they just don't know anything about.
Right.
You apply that same thing to the knowledge and the information that you get. If somebody tells you if you do push-ups, 400 push-ups a day for 30 days and you're going to change your whole figure around, right? And you believe them, that's on you.
Right.
Right? And then you don't do it.
Right.
So will it happen?
You won't be able to test it.
You won't be able to test it.
Yeah.
So, but you go around teaching it. You see what I'm saying? Now, it could be right knowledge. Now, watch this. Let's say somebody says, yo, if you put these crystals on your head every night, ain't nobody going to bother you. You ain't going to have no demonic, nothing, da-da-da-da, right?
Right.
And you do it, and it doesn't work. Would you go around telling people that?
No.
Okay.
What
However,
about the placebo?
which placebo?
Like the
See, that's the thing. People use placebo. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The people use placebo recklessly.
Right.
I was talking to the guy, smart guy, the rapper. He didn't understand it. When you say placebo, you're talking about something that occurs like healing of a headache because endorphins are being released. Because you can put endorphins into place, right? Or put endorphins into motion because you have pleasant thoughts.
Right.
And you can breathe deep. When you're relaxed and you take that deep breath, that can aid and assist with healing pain. And different chemical releases and chemical responses to stimulus will allow for healing to take place. So it will also help when you have colds and headaches and things like that, where there's stress present that could cause for that headache to be increased upon.
Yeah.
Okay, now when you're dealing with somebody coming to rob you physically, and a nigga pull over and say, yo, man, hey, empty your pockets. And you say, not today, brother. Is that the fucking placebo, or is the nigga still gonna rob you?
Nigga still might rob.
You in Bankhead at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Nigga hop out, red bandanas, right? They say, you already know what time it is. You look at your watch.
Yeah.
You already know what time it is. You say, well, yeah, I do. It's 3 a.m. I'm going to be on about my merry way. I'm not bothered by any of this.
It might work.
It might work, right? It might work, right?
Yeah.
Nobody try it. Because that placebo effect is being used recklessly.
Right.
There has to be real science.
Right.
Let me give you a science that can help you. Maybe don't be outside at 3 a.m. in Bankhead.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the real shit. Don't be out there telling somebody, I can heal my headache. That ain't going to help you.
Yeah.
You see? So it's the responsibility of knowing what science is. Not just knowing science, because science is always changing. Knowing what science is puts you in a better position that if you have demons or whatever it is, you got to find out what those life forms are and what they're attracted to. You see what I'm saying? Once you figure that out, it's rare that you're going to be able to fight a demon.
Yeah.
They don't even exist in your plane.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Their realm of domination is outside of what you can even observe most of the time.
Right.
They're a different type of life form. You see,
Don't
that's like
listen
trying
to
to
that
swat
person.
at ultraviolet waves.
Say that again?
That's like trying to swat at
Yeah.
ultraviolet waves.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Some people try. I fought demons, but I didn't win. I just got them off me long enough for me to get the fuck up out of where I was at. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, I ain't never heard of nobody say they done killed the demon. So the placebo of the crystals and all of that, that might get you in the mentality of having your guard up. But it's better to know the science of what causes them to be able to access you to begin with.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
Now you might be dealing with someone where it don't matter where you live. You could be in Bankhead or in Buckhead. They go around robbing people.
Right.
Now, do you know how to protect yourself that way? Do you know when you're experiencing the waves of spiritual, what we call it, sleep paralysis? When you're experiencing the waves of sleep paralysis, do you know how to wiggle your toes so that you don't get stuck up in the frequency?
Right.
If you don't, then whatever they want to do to you at that point in time, ain't nothing you're going to be able to do. You can call Jesus, you can do whatever. It's one of the things Pops was speaking about. You go watch the teaching, What is Man's Purpose? One of the sisters was asking, you know what I'm saying, about her situation she had or experience she had where something was on her back in real time. She was up moving around her house. You see what I'm saying? And she called on Jesus and said it went away after a while. He said, let me tell you something, calling Jesus ain't going to help.
Yeah.
He said, because if calling Jesus would have helped, the moment you said Jesus, they would have went away. You see?
Yeah.
But people think that they done called Jesus 90 times and then it finally went away. No, it got what they needed. They walk away wiping their mouth. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't even understand what they saying. What make you think, what human beings think demons speak English?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're like saying to a bear, stop, stop, stop it, stop it.
But wouldn't it be in the tones though too? Right?
Huh?
Wouldn't tones matter too? The way you say
Yeah,
something.
now
the way
you say stop, you scream stop to a bear, right? They think you're barking at them.
Right.
Tones do matter.
Right.
But don't try to sweet talk the bear either.
Yeah.
How about don't be in its habitat?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
All right, boom. So,
Know what to do, what not to do. People talking about tones, how about show them your palms first?
yeah.
If you ever in a situation. Because that's the natural language of I'm not dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But if you say, stop, 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 all they hear is, arr, 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 and they coming. So you're a threat to them at that point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Imagine you done walked up to a bear's cub and you petting it. You look like a lion to them or a tiger or anything else that would be trying to attack the baby or any predator, leopard that would attack the baby. That's all you look like.
Yeah.
And then they sense your adrenaline. Adrenaline for human beings is adrenaline for the animals. Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah.
So when the adrenaline get the pumping, they can, oh hell, this nigga finna attack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the animal kingdom has that. So some people have the adrenaline rush and they freeze. Some beings, too, like the deer. Some people have that adrenaline rush. They get to shooting and attacking and fighting.
Yeah.
So animals sense that. My point to you is you could try to say this with your mouth, but it's that same tone you're talking about. They're not hearing it or detecting it how you would.
Right.
They're not trying to watch your facial expression.
Okay, is that the same thing with so-called demons, or matter of fact, let me not even say demons, just beings on that other
It
plane?
depends. It depends. These are life forms.
Mhm.
So some of them we don't know anything about. So I
Right.
can't give you an overarching description and what their characteristics in nature.
Right. Okay, so
It depends.
It's just like different animals.
It's like different animals.
Right.
From my experience, though.
Yeah.
It's like different ones. Some of them are visible. Some of them aren't.
Yeah.
I done tried to push some of them off me, and they burn when you touch them. So it depends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't give you the whole umbrella of it, but I can say it's the science of knowing who and what you're dealing with. Before we knew that was a dog, somebody had to encounter it. Before we knew they bite, somebody had to get their ass bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before we know, oh, that's a lion. Somebody had to die. You see what I'm saying? And some people might say a dog, somebody might say a lion. Other people might call it different things. It is what it is, though.
Right.
If it's dangerous, whatever your language is for dangerous, you better understand. I don't care if you put thumbs up for dangerous. You better understand it when they come, or whatever happens, happens. So there's still people who are ignorant to the law. I'm not talking about what these people have made up. I'm talking about the law of nature.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Think about all the people that swat at bees. Oh shit, swat. And then they get stung. They try to figure out, why did I get stung? Because you swatted at the bee. So its stinger is there to protect itself from danger.
Right.
There are people around, I told them, I said, the bee fly up on them and they get the hood. I said, don't do that. I said, it's just testing your spirit. This just happened recently. We went out to the Indian Mound, Etowah. One of the sisters was going, she wanted to go into one of the houses, the sod house. And she wasn't able to. I said, what happened? She said, I saw a bee. A bee came up on me. No, she said, a bee hit me in my mouth or something like that. I said, don't worry about the bees. The bees just testing your spirit. And then she walked in there and was able to, they ain't here to bother you. You know what I'm saying? But they will defend themselves.
Right.
So you swatting at the bee and all it's doing is flying. It ain't trying to hurt you. But it will detect if you're scared or afraid, you know what I'm saying? Or your adrenaline is pumping. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how the angels will approach if that were to occur. And they detect how you operate and your frequencies coming off of you. Go ahead.
So with one thing that always stuck to me ever since you said it, it was around the time you disappeared. I think on the third day, a letter was read, and you said, "Don't try to leave on your own."
Yep.
And it stuck with me because it's like some clip saying because you need a guide to guide you through.
Yep.
And with that, I'm gonna pair that with what we were just speaking about. Yanun is the ruler of Malakut Tower.
I don't know. You have to ask Yanu. Yanu moves through, these people move through seats
Yeah.
at different times. The 24th one is said to be accessible to all prophets. Anyone who's on the walk of Nuwu could have that seat. Yanu operated the seat in the 19th. You have Senderfun or Senander operating the seat of the 23rd, from what I remember. There's different ones that operate different seats.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's still in the position of being a ruler over Malakut.
Right.
Malakut is Sufi cosmology. You see what I'm saying?
Understood, but
So,
that like that plane though. The
I understand
mental
what
plane.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to understand where it's coming from.
Yeah. Too.
That's Sufi cosmology. That's the order of the Sufis.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever they're saying would align. You'll find Yanun in different stories, different ways. The same way you find El-Khidr in different stories in different ways.
Right.
Right? Doesn't make it true. It's just one of the ways that something may be able to be explained. Look at how long he went through Islam.
Right.
And was teaching Islam and speaking about Allah Ta'ala and all these other, and people believed it and took it on as the truth, even though the religion itself, he just recently said the Quran is fake as fuck.
Yeah.
That don't mean we can't explain to you what the story is talking about. If we're reading the tortoise and the hare, I could say, yeah, man, because you got to be the hare, but you also got to be able to understand what the tortoise understands. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you be thinking, man, I wonder how it was to be the hare. I wonder what the hare drank and what the hare ate and what the hare ain't real. The story is real. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You either be the hare, you be the tortoise, or you understand the science of both.
Yeah.
Because in reality, the hare would not be beaten by that turtle. You see?
Yeah.
It's just that the hare took a rest, went to sleep, Sabbath. And because of it, they were passed up by people who were coming from all different walks of life. That was slower. How you gonna let these folk pass y'all up? Look at what I'm saying. You hear what I'm saying?
I'm listening to you, bro.
I know you are.
Yeah.
How you gonna let these folk pass y'all up?
Yeah.
How you sitting out here debating with these people about whether or not Jesus came before the Bible? We supposed, I shouldn't be the only one out here that's speaking beyond the old doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm explaining to you? Don't get misconstrued what I said. I'm not above Malachi's teachings.
Oh, still.
The same old doctrine they saying they left behind, they still stuck on it, out here debating about it. Ain't like they teaching it just to teach. They out here really going back and forth with people about Jesus and the Bible. Do you see me out here doing that?
No.
No. Now, there's some times where you'll have people come on the live and we'll talk about it, but I'll walk them into the high science. But I'm not sitting here debating it like I believe what they're saying.
Right.
And that's what these people are doing. You get what I'm saying? So, as like you said, the speed limit, that's the doctrine that was said to me. Their doctrine is a speed limit. Whoever has a doctrine is saying, this is how fast you can go.
Right.
The master takes the doctrine and goes further with it. Now, let me answer your question specifically. Let me tell you why I said it. Because when Isa, Jesus, was saying, now I go and nobody can know where I'm going, you can't go where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Where I go, you can't come with me. The ones who were observing in Yiddish, the Pharisees, the rest of them people, they were looking and saying, yo, man, what is he saying? He's saying he's going to kill himself? Because we can all get to heaven. So why is he saying that? They thought he was speaking about suicide. You didn't listen to the Flow album? I even said that in there. They think he's talking about committing suicide right before I think the Lost Found song came on. All right. The reason why I said don't try to go on your own is because people were thinking that I killed myself.
Right.
And as a responsible master, what did I have to say? Don't try to leave on your own.
Yeah.
Because if they don't understand it, it could be a real tragic thing where people really try to take themselves out because people are thinking, oh, phase one got out of here, he killed himself. And I'll be responsible for that, not by man. Man can't judge me. Responsible on my own disc.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For not covering that track. So you went out there to look at all this blood on your hands. You didn't even clear that part up. So I had to clear that part up. Say, listen, don't try to do this on your own. Because I could not come out and say, I did not commit suicide. I couldn't give people the answer when I say, I'm gone, I've disappeared. They had to figure that part out, and the other people had to be mad about it, whatever they felt about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I say, how people upset about the lesson? They're not even in the class. They chase your clout chasing all this other stuff. I was like, look at how small their brain is. They don't even realize that they're stopping to talk about whether or not I passed away. And then others will reason and say, maybe he's talking about a spiritual rebirth. I said, look, some people got a brain that works to certain degrees. You see, so I said that particularly to say, hey, man, this ain't about suicide.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because if you got people listening and watching what you do, some people make decisions just out of impulse. And some people are really attracted to and attached to doctrine of salvation to the point where they don't even do it for themselves. They want somebody to do it for them, and they want the easy way out.
Right.
You reach the wrong person at the wrong time with that type of stuff, they will take themselves out of here. That's where you get suicide cults from. That's why I tell you they can never call me a cult leader. I teach people all about what cults are and how to make sure you're not a part of one.
Right.
Teach people how to make sure listen, the doctrine we read, all of that, you read that and don't believe it. You have to do what I just told you. the science on it. Know what the science is. You see what I'm explaining to you?
Yeah.
So that when, even if it shifts and changes, you still have the formula. Most people don't have that formula. So I couldn't do that. I had to say, listen, don't try to go on your own. That would have been something for somebody to look into and say, maybe he's not talking about suicide.
Right.
Because I wasn't. But we had to show people how easy it is to make something look like something so that you'll understand the next thing is coming.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And look, let me tell you something. It don't matter who or what it is. If people are playing a role, I respect it. I have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be thinking that I got issues with a person that said this or did this. I don't. Remember, you came to me and showed me something when we were in the office. You came to me and showed me, said, you seen this?
Yeah.
Did I stress?
No.
Was I distraught? You would have thought I knew it was coming. I said, I did. I said, oh, I already know. I didn't know it was going to be that particular person that they would go to. I thought they went to someone else. But was I stressing? And witnesses will see that.
No.
What you think is being shown and all the other stuff, listen, we already know. We respect everybody's role in nature. I respect that dog barking. I don't want dogs around me.
Right.
That don't mean I don't respect their existence. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do, whatever it is you programmed to do. But that's mastery. You don't think human beings are animals. That's what's crazy. They are. And they're trying to put food in their mouth. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
they want to survive.
Yeah.
All that is about survival. Go ahead. Ain't it crazy? It's crazy, ain't it?
Cause look, right? All right, boom. So.
This is the game we play. Where you going?
All right, here, bro.
It's the game we play.
All right. So boom, right?
Go ahead.
You got it's a thing that, okay, you can be so anchored in this reality that you function as if you are a beast.
Yep.
Right. All right, so and what you function as a beast, you're functioning at your lower self, so to speak, or lowest self, being rooted in whatever
Yep.
this is. And it could cause you to, or it will cause you, or a being to, what's the word I'm looking for? Be so prone to survival, in a way. You know what I mean? So if their life is threatened in any way, they'll do anything to survive.
Like animals.
Right. So if that's the case, Judas being close to Jesus, that close to Jesus, he wasn't necessarily like hearing none of the teachings or comprehending or understanding any of the teachings for real, because or let's say utilizing what was taught, type of thing.
Yeah, it becomes their whole new swag.
So it's just put on type of thing.
No, you have to understand this. You ever seen the situation with a dog that's very violent, comes up and is sniffing you first?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you ever seen videos like the dog is like wanting to attack, but it's like sniffing you at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Similar to the Jadus story or Jada's story or Judas story. They come around because they're attracted to the light.
Right.
But also for primitive reasons. Let's say if I have a mate that's involved.
I don't mean to cut you out. Is it because they lack light of their own?
No, everybody has light.
I'm saying the lack of it.
No, everybody has light.
Right.
There's different types.
Okay.
Yeah. But everybody has light. Everybody has their own personality, energy, life story outside of Nuwapu.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying? But it's it's what's so different about Nuwapu is it's interesting. They'll be around and they don't agree with what's moving. But
Yeah.
they still want to be there.
Yeah.
You see?
Uh-huh.
Until you send them away. And when you send them away, that's when their fangs and all this other stuff come out. But because the jinn go all the way. This was taught to me. When someone or something is sent on assignment, it's going to go all the way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they feel that their way has been cut off, that's when that mask come off and say, man, fuck. And it's like, now
letting it all crash at that point. It would call crashing out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it don't mean they don't have, like, people have their own light. You know what I'm saying? And we can see the light in people. That's Nuwapu. Nuwapu can bring the light out of you. But what happens? Let me tell you what happens. After the split point of when the devils break away, you'll notice they still got the swag of Nuwapu. The things they say, you know what I'm saying? They still speaking it.
Yeah.
They still talking in the lingo of Nuwapu. You know what I mean? Or they'll even use your very rhetoric against you. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the beauty of it. You can paint a dog, right? The dog might bite you, all this other stuff. You might have been painting a dog to set it up to be put in a class that's outside of what the natural order was even saying could happen. The natural order done made a deal with you. Now you done painted this dog. Now that dog gonna wind up being a whole different race of beings. But you paint the dog. But if the dog don't like something that's moving, you got to send the dog away. It still got the paint on it.
Right. Yeah, I see.
That's crazy, right?
I see.
It's still there. Like you. And then what's so crazy is then you got to explain all this. If this being has done X, Y, and Z, and they so bad of a person, how come after what you're saying occurred, here is you saying all the love stuff, all the I love what you're doing, I listen to your song, this is beautiful, da 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 da, even leading up to his birthday. I'm so grateful for you, thank you, have a great birthday, all this stuff, and then something don't go your way. It's like none of that was. So which one was it? But no, that's why you keep receipts and show the whole book of when something is done to a person, they don't want to stick around. And then when you make a decision that because something has happened that you don't agree with, or something has said that you don't agree with, and then you say now something has happened, that's the same trick of the book. Only problem is a lot of people that went through it, they didn't have that force moving with them and say, listen, we will war until the end. We're going to fight it. It ain't going to be something that's going to be like, oh, okay. What they think is not going to that's not how it happened. They didn't think it was going to be like that. When Malachi went, they thought it was over.
Yeah.
He said this on record. He said they don't know us. They thought we were just going to give up. No, I was taught by the master, never give up, no matter what occurs. So if you see that hour come and the son or woman is on a pyramid, don't think you're giving up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It will be about you, not the son or woman. It'll be about you. Because when you're leaning on the crutch of a master, you're not being tested to your full potential.
Right.
When the master moves and you have to stand right on your own, now you see.
True.
You see that?
True.
And then what will people do? I give people a test. I say, look, I'm about to disappear. I told the sisters around me, I said, watch people when I disappear. Watch what they do. A lot of the brothers, they dipped. Remember that? We were doing a final feast. And a lot of brothers said, I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. And then I pop back up. Everybody say, I'm gonna make it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it again. They don't think I noticed that. Right? You left the sisters unprotected. And the whole purpose of the brothers being around is to protect the sisters, regardless of whether or not I'm there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That shows you whether or not is it, if it's Omari holding it together, we didn't win. If I'm the reason why Nuwapu works alone, it doesn't work. It can work for myself.
Yeah.
But we haven't proved that which we come here to prove. That this gets on your gene, and all you have to do is make the decision, and transformation happens.
That's right.
I mean, all people doing is deciding, and they didn't decide. It didn't work. They don't hear Malachi done said a few times, well, this done failed, this done failed, this done failed. We on this last little leaflet. I'm not saying I'm him. I'm not even leveling myself near him. What I'm saying is I bear witness from my own walk that people just didn't decide. All they have to do is choose. Anything could be worked out. Just choose. You could have said something out of anger, but the devils feel like they got to go all the way.
Right.
And just like you chose that. And then still people, some people still around reporting back. That's their job. They don't think I know them. But do you see me tell you can't come?
How do you, bruh?
What the best answer I can give you
Yeah.
is Yanun is my teacher.
Okay.
I don't have another answer. The best answer is the one I'm giving you. Yanun is my teacher. These people, these mortals, are fools. You see, When okay, that's like somebody asking you, how the fuck you play basketball so well? And let's say you were raised by LeBron.
Right. Okay. I
Get it?
Yeah.
Basketball look crazy as fuck to a nigga who can't play. I can't play. Shit y'all niggas be doing all that. That shit would have been all in the neighbor yard.
Yeah.
Because that's just not my shit. Right? Yanun is my teacher. He guided me as a child. What are you standing in? A sandbox. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I have a song called Life Gave Me Lemons. And don't I say footprints in the sandbox? I've been in the company of masters before I learned to talk. You can't tell me shit about this walk. Bitch, take your hands off me. You see what I'm saying? Did you hear the words when I say, many benefit from my initiation. Stand right. 2 feet. 1 cause. It's all speaking about the footprints in the sand.
Right.
But I said footprints in the sandbox, speaking about when I was in that sandbox, a little boy.
Right.
I didn't understand everything, but I was there going through it. Yeah, I knew I had my hand the whole way. So I get older, I start learning more about Ilamut Tajesada, what it means. And I start reading up on why was I attracted to the sons of the green light, all that, as such a young child.
Yeah.
Masonry, all that, as a young child. Born initiate. That's why.
Yeah.
And what do you mean? You know yourself, you know all. Nobody's fooling me. Nobody ever fools me. But the thing is to make it look like it. But then you be confused. But I say, but did you notice I had them come on and read that?
Yeah.
Did you know I had them read Jesus Was an Agent? Did you realize the letter I wrote when I said after my, what you call it, isolation, I said, some of y'all ain't going to finish. I said, when all this is sealed up, some of y'all ain't going to walk forward. If you thinking that I'm making it up, it would have just been so simple. Because all they would have had to do was like, oh shit, I'm going to make sure
Right.
that I'm here after he done with his 9 days. That's what a smart devil would have done. But no, it's me telling Peter, yo, you will deny me 3 times.
Right.
Not me, I'm saying Jesus. Jesus said, telling Peter, you'll deny me 3 times. And Peter said, nigga, I'll never do that. And then it comes. You see? So you ask Jesus, how does he do that? And who's his teacher? Melchizedek. I'm not calling myself Jesus.
Understood.
I was raised in the high order after Melchizedek.
Right.
So I look people right in the eye and they lie to me, and I just let them. You know what I'm saying? But it's because they don't know what I know. You wanted to walk this walk.
Right.
I didn't make you. So, you know what I mean? It's like your parent. Your parents say, yo, man, where your good shoes at that I got you? You say, I lost them. You didn't see your parent watching you hide them under the bed because you don't like them.
Right.
You don't know your parent has access to under your bed. So just see this motherfucker. Hid the shoes. Where they at? I lost them. And the parent said, okay, cool. Come on.
I see now.
Because you're lying to me. Why do you think you have to do that?
Right.
You might not make it.
Yeah.
Because you think you're lying to me.
Right. I see.
I know everybody's going to leave. I say if 20 are standing, what?
18.
18 will flee.
Yeah.
I know everybody's going to leave. But they're not leaving me. Because you need a guide. So I was sent as a guide unto the guide. That's just what it is. Tell anybody that got something to say about it, talk to me. Everybody want to talk out to the shadows.
Yeah.
All the new Bibles and beings got something to say? Tell them they can talk to me. Don't try to hide behind no Telegram statuses. Get on live and talk to me. Let's see where we at. See? Who did I send people to? Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will not speak of himself. He will speak of me, who is Isa.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who is the Spirit of truth out here? It's phase 1.
Yeah.
It's Omari.
Cool.
You can decide whether or not it's you. There's room.
Understood.
All the people saying that, they say, we all Horar. We all Horus. I'm like, well, do Horus stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you Horus, do Horus stuff. If you're in that seat of a master, just do that.
Right.
Don't wait. You see? But they're waiting. And this is what I'm saying. When you take on this walk, you have to be ready and prepared to do action.
Understood.
Is it really understood? Because it's real. You asked me a question. How do you do that? You ain't finished it. But
Yeah.
and I gave my best answer. What was my answer?
Yeah, I know it was your teacher.
Okay, so who your teacher need to be?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You can look at me as a teacher. Who is the teacher? That's Pa Nababi Anun.
Right.
Everybody's still looking at me when I say that.
Right.
Their eyes be wide as hell. I'm like, y'all didn't hear me? I said seek Yanun. I didn't say seek phase 1.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I said when you had this bill.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people didn't even want to speak on my disappearance.
Yeah, I wasn't going to.
They was hoping it was real. Some people out here acting like they teachers and stuff. They just hope one day I just go away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That way they can act like they the ones. But I'll just get in touch with what is for me in these days and time, who is for me in these days and time. I'm just keeping in touch with that. I would advise you to do the same. You see what I'm saying?
True.
Yanun is my teacher. He ain't nothing to play with. And he don't like human beings, from what I've been told. So anybody on that mortal shit, you ain't gonna, certain things ain't gonna happen for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back and listen to that Sorry to Bother You All.
That's another thing I've been wanting to ask you.
Go ahead.
Why did you say,
Sorry, my dog, but it's all my fault.
yeah, no, I ain't
What, the
never meant for you-
1440 tie?
I never meant for you. to
I know this was you want to ask me.
Yeah,
Okay. Because I'm talking about the future.
right.
You think I'm talking about everybody listens? I know. You ask the right question, you get the right answers.
Understood.
Okay. Yes or no? Did I say, all right, something's about to happen in the algorithm, Malachi's name about to blow up,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
How did it happen?
Jesus came back at the home, man. Malachi
Okay.
asked about it.
Right? That was your song, correct?
Two.
Did I write it?
No.
Exactly. Okay. Who you learned about Malachi from?
Amar.
Okay.
Phase 1.
All right. Didn't we have a conversation in person speaking about the potential and open up the heart and all of that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Didn't I explain about the 1440 before you were named 1440?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I talk about the tie and the opening of the way and all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Then it happened, right?
Right.
But then what happened when it happened? They said, you the one.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
they were saying to me, somebody even commented, said, he the one we want to do it.
Understood, yeah. Okay,
Right?
I see.
You stay out of it. Let him shine.
Right.
And look what they say. Sign to the people. They put a hashtag, sign to the people. Who was signed to the people?
Yeah.
Back in 2020, right?
Right.
They quoted my stuff back to me.
Right.
They didn't see the invisible. Pilate came out and said, I washed my hands clean of this man. What has he done?
Yeah.
I interviewed this man. What did he actually do? You see? I can't see why y'all hate him.
Right.
What did you say? I'm not calling you Pilate.
Yeah. I don't see
He
it.
said,
I don't get it.
when we got off the live, what I say to you, I said, man,
That program.
that's it. I said, you don't have to deal with that. I don't want you to deal with that.
Right.
You were trying to figure it out. It didn't make sense to you.
Yeah.
But that's why I told you, I said, we got to go a different way. Because you weren't here.
Yeah.
You were out there in the world.
Right.
Not in a negative way. I mean, physically, you were
Understood.
out there.
Yeah.
So that would mean you were easily accessible by these demons
Yeah.
who have a problem with me or the truth that I stand on. So my associating with you with all that hate in the air, that was going to be dangerous for you.
So,
You see what I'm saying? Robert.
Robert.
So I said, nah, go ahead, I'm going to act like I don't even know you. And you understood.
Yeah.
And you were saying it, it made the video, so we're going to go a different way. So my point is, I got you wrapped up into something.
Mm-hmm.
If the song is called Sorry to Bother You All, and you know I'm not that type,
Right.
who the fuck am I sorry to bother? I live out loud. You bitches didn't affect shit.
Right.
This was my decision. I came here, and I decided to take this walk, right? So I'm not actually sorry to bother you all. You have to listen to the song damn near reversed or inverted.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Both. So I say I'm sorry to bother you. No, I'm not. Right? I'm saying, okay, I'll just go ahead and just, I guess I did this. I say, hey, I'm sorry, my dog. It was all my fault.
Yeah.
Standing on all I was taught. But this shit wasn't worth it because I put my family in danger. This is me highlighting my life.
Yeah.
And your life is aligning with it. So I'm saying, I'm sorry I done got you into some shit.
Right.
But not from when you went viral, nigga. You knew me before that.
Right.
So everything I'm saying to you, I've been said to you. There ain't no going back from this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to understand everything it come with.
Yeah.
It was all my fault, meaning I take the responsibility of bringing you to cross. You walk it. Oops.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
You get it?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I do. You know what's crazy? Like way before all this shit, bro.
Yep.
Before, like, from my perspective of what. Like said in my mind that I said I'm willing to like die for the truth.
Mm.
And when I said this, I literally thought I was the only one here
Uh-huh.
until I ran into you. Like I thought I was the only one here, and I just didn't care. Like around this time, I'm on the highway. I'm out of it. I'm out of it. Like you know how you know what an ascetic is?
The shit you take to put you out?
No, not an anesthetic.
Aesthetic?
A-E.
Oh, like somebody who done transcended the regular realm.
Like I was like borderline gone.
Uh-huh.
Like that type of person. So I always thought I was by myself until I ran into you. I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I always said that I'll be ready to die for the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I don't know. It's like when I came into the awareness of Malachi and what this walk is, it's like a reset.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of, like I went, I started over damn near, like on some shit, like went back into, okay, damn, I got to get off the planet, and you know what I'm saying, back into the mortal side of myself, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was like, oh shit, damn, how the fuck I'm gonna get off the planet? I need to do. You know what I'm saying, type of thing, and it kind of anchored me back to my body.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I don't know, I'm trying to get back where that space is. You know what I mean?
Yep. So here's what I can say. You already have died for the truth. Right? And the officer keeps saying, seek this sheriff. That's the one who's going to get you there. He can do it. I'm only saying that this is what we do. He the one. Then you got to look at them by their works. You'll know them by their works. All right? They're not us if they're trying to be Meliki. Mm-hmm. That's not real. You can't be him. You see? They're like, all of us in the car driving, and I'm in the back seat, and I'm trying to drive. Right. Like I'm reaching over, and I'm trying to, does that make sense? Doesn't even work. You see? So they're trying to be him. That's not one of ours. That's all we're saying. Isn't Martyr to clone himself to win a war? That's all we're saying. What would you do? So let it look so human to them that they don't have any excuse.
Right.
Because before you start talking about the love you have for God, what about the love you have for one another? Mm-hmm. The ones you can look at, see, feel, be around. You see? All this love for Jesus, you ain't seen Jesus. The Christians say they love Jesus so much, they become hateful people. Don't let that go over your head. A lot of these Christians love Jesus so much, they become hateful people. You see? And Jesus walked right up on them. And they'll say, get out my face, I got time for it right now. Right. They'll ask Jesus, hey, before we even talk, do you accept Jesus to be your Lord? what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll ask one of the Messiahs that.
Mm-hmm.
And the Messiah, they'll say, you ain't no way you got the Holy Spirit with you if you can't say Jesus Lord.
You say
Jesus Lord.
Right.
What that's hate. I said Jesus Lord, we should be brethren now.
Right.
They love Jesus so much they become hateful people. You got people that love the master so much they become hateful people. You know how much Peter loved Jesus? Peter got the deepest brow out of all of the characters in any movie you see Peter playing. He the frowning nigga. You see what I'm saying? He looked angry. You with me? But he loved Jesus so much. No. There's a fine line between what?
Love and hate.
Love and hate. They become hateful people. And then there's the ones off to the side that are getting treated, and then you go ask this person with 2 pennies. If you can have one, they'll give it to you. It ain't about the money. It's about the heart. So what would you do? I'm telling you what we would do. And you see that clock?
True.
I didn't ask you if you see the sun. So you see that clock? They don't. They can't. So we just walking around and we're watching and listening to tick, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. We testing everybody. And people that kind of went around, the people that say they with the master, they're in the story. You have to understand, these are the disciples.
Right.
They're in the story. What did it make you? You're a disciple. And one of the main things about being a disciple is what?
Discipline.
Discipline is in the word.
Yeah.
Discipleship, discipline. You see what I'm saying? If you don't have that, you will never reach mastery even if we breathe on you.
Right.
That's what all of this is about. I have a master. That's the master. Don't think that I'm trying to put myself up above nothing because you needed guidance unto the God.
Right.
I signed up to do it at age 5. There's nothing they can tell me about this because of the things I was seeing even before then. Beings were coming to me under my bed. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Huge purple-eyed beings coming to me. Beings walking around, tall beings. Nobody else can see them looking at me and talking to me. You see, all throughout my life, experiences, extraterrestrial crafts, all kind of stuff, all throughout my life. This is not nothing that just started.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get old enough, you get of age, and then the masters have to come and tap you and say, yo, you're being initiated. So you understand what's happening to be able to reason it, right? I speak English. That's now the language I'm speaking to be able to reason it. You're being initiated. So what do? I say supreme being initiates, right? In this realm, people pay for stuff. So I say $50. People did it, right? Have you seen the change of them brothers?
For sure.
It's real. And when you saw when people come, there's a lot of brothers being in groups, but you see how many come is not a lot. It's not everybody. I'll even say it. So this ain't even everybody.
Right.
But they're there. Some people out there just doing their own thing. They're waiting for their time to be able to make it. But they're changing and transforming. And you have to explain to me how we done had this doctrine this long and nobody did nothing like this.
Right. I couldn't explain it to you.
That don't make sense, does it?
No.
That don't even make sense.
Right.
Do I force the SBI to do anything? No. SBI show up and we got on our black suits, we ready. They reading the doctrine, you speaking the language, and you'll be more on point by the time the 26th of June, if you lock in, especially with these new upgrades. See how that happened?
Mm-hmm.
So you answer the question, why?
What was the question one more time?
Oh, I don't think that last part was for
It
because that whole part that was a cut, I don't think that was for them. So I ain't gonna ask them again. I just say it like that. If I disappear 2 times
And you said why?
and I came back,
Yeah.
what would the 3rd time mean?
I'll come back.
If I come back, I know people he coming back because they saw the first one was for some hours and the second one for some days, like 2 weeks. But this is my story. Put down that sword when I say it's time, it's time. This my period. I don't think anybody will be ready, but some will be prepared.
Why you say that?
Because you'll get to watch me walk or want me to go.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is.
So why you think that though? Like,
Well,
okay,
I think what?
why you think it's gonna be like, no, we don't want?
Oh, because I have foresight.
Right.
Same reason why you ask me how I do that. When I got people around me and I know who they are,
Yeah,
I know who everybody is.
yeah. Okay,
I have foresight. I see what you don't see.
Yeah.
I know what you don't know.
Okay.
That's just what it is. But one day you're gonna have the seat where it's gonna be like that for you.
Okay, so what?
If you take up your cross though and go out there and become fishers of men and bring people to push the doctrine and teach Nuwapu and all this stuff
Understood.
and align with the master, never forget to point to him. You know what I'm saying? You'll go ahead. You'll go through
I
it.
want to know what the fuck is going on in the sand. Like, you ain't been seeing that?
The movement,
Nah, like it been sand just popping up, like
probably the wind.
in bursts.
It's
Like
either
it was just in between your foot or over there. And it's,
I don't know. It could be
I don't know.
pressure. I don't know.
But damn, damn, Ty, come on, man. Shit. What else was I asking? Oh, what's the difference between being ready and prepared?
People will be prepared, meaning they would have done, some people, what they need to do to be able to move forward,
Right,
and they'll know where to go
right,
and how to move. I already gave certain people certain maps.
right.
But people ain't gonna be ready, meaning when the time comes, it's not gonna seem real to them. Some people are like, he'll be back.
Right. Okay.
That's just what it is. Ain't no way he'll turn his back on all this stuff. But they ain't listening to me. I don't care nothing about this world. When I say my life, I want my life to be in Hawaii somewhere next to some blue water.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want the fame and none of this other stuff. So that joke about Hawaii is saying, I don't care nothing about what y'all think I care about.
Right.
All these followers we done got, have I changed?
No.
I'm still me. I'm out here standing in a pink short sleeve dress shirt, some dress pants, and some no shoes, nigga,
Yeah.
in the sand talking. And we'll walk out there like that. And you know that. With no shoes.
Yeah.
I never, people done seen me. People ask, why you got a shirt on your head? I got tired of wearing a hat. So
Yeah.
I tried a shirt. I don't care nothing about what people think I care about. You see, I just wanted him, I wanted to see the master walk out. I didn't know it was going to take me on the journey of mastery
Yeah.
and memory.
Yeah.
Then you get older, you say, I get it. And then they grab you. Let me tell you something. You never experienced a hug like when the forces of nature hug you. You see? That's the aftermath of the cry. I already had the cries.
Mm-hmm.
The aftermath is the wind reach around you and just hug you and grab you and take you up.
Mm-hmm.
The end. What else you want? Y'all want this story to be another 30, 40 years, 50 years?
Yeah, no.
I'm saying the good stories don't even be that long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How long you want this to be? They're closing in, but it's because of the time. Now, we race. Not wait. Now we race.
Right back.
Robert, you about ready? All right.
I ain't mean to cut you out. You finished.
How you ain't come, y'all? It's time to go.
Still. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, yeah,
Yay Not Crazy.
Oh, the album, too.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I already know what to do, man. We got an album out, man. You know what I'm saying? Raggedy microphone, don't bear with us. I mean,
Raggedy microphone don't bear with us.
that was my fault.
Do me a favor, step over.
Go ahead.
Now, if I fuck up, this will be embarrassing. Watch out, man. You tall, bro. You can't go up the hill.
All right, go ahead.
Nigga towering over me. Bro, can you, that corner, bro. Just that corner with the toys
I
at.
want to be in the camera, bro. Why
But
say
you
that?
tall.
I'm
Okay,
just
you
saying
done
height.
even it out now.
You don't want to say we saying height.
But no, you fucked it up. That's why I went in there. It's all good. Oh, yeah, one shot.
Go ahead. Do not.
I'm not gonna fuck it up.
It's
I know I'm not gonna
opportunity.
fuck it up. I'm a master.
Once in a lifetime. But
Okay.
you gotta.
We got an album out called Raggedy Microphone. But bear with us. Send $10 to Through the Sun Cash App and text your receipt to the number 678-826-7858 and we'll send you the album. We done sold, 270 units. So even if you already got the album, you can buy it again or buy it a few times depending on what amount you send. $10 equals 1 unit. I ain't fuck it up, nigga. You know, I'm talking to one of them, nigga. I'm one of those. Shit, nigga. Hey, you talking about? Hey, that was a good class.
Yeah, it was.
I can't wait to lower down.
That's great.
You grab it from me, please.
So,
It's about that time. Come and see my soul bleed intensely when we take over worlds. Armageddon them. These are the scars of a veteran. I'm from where you never been so long in transmission. Lost, found, return me. Please don't desert me. Don't leave me here with these earth beings. He don't deserve me. They don't deserve me anyway. Hey. Mission complete. Message relayed. Whole time was I in their way. What's this? It's a hammock. We already got it for Sunday. A hammock.
Oh.
I think that's how you call that shit.
I just